Join us live Tuesday, September 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the Hood Metal Records Livestream Broadcast number 13 with featured guest interview, the Lonesome Skeleton Band. We're going to be talking about the upcoming Death Hop Goth Pop tour coming this fall to the Midwest, plus Hood Metal Records news, show announcements, updates, and a special announcement. So stick around and make sure you tune into this broadcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you and happy early fall. Welcome to the Hood Metal Records live stream broadcast, episode number 13. We're excited to be here tonight live. And, we do understand, I had gotten word earlier that the StreamYard platform was having some issues with Facebook. So we hope that we are broadcasting on Facebook right now. If not, and they're still having some technical issues, please tune into the Hood Metal Records live stream broadcast on our YouTube channel. Look us up on YouTube under Hood Metal Records, and we're broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook for this event. So how's everybody doing? And like I said, thank you and welcome. We also want to send out a special thank you to the future viewers and listeners of this broadcast. Because, some people might not catch us live right away, but they will eventually watch it. So we thank you for the support and everything. And, we've got a really awesome show today. We're going to be talking about our upcoming Death Hop Goth Pop tour. And we do have a very special artist that is in the house on standby that we're going to get to here in just a minute. What I was going to say is if you guys see us on Facebook, if somebody can start commenting, if we can be seen or not, we just want to make sure that we don't have any issues. So with that being said, let's talk about some things. We're really excited to be going on the road next week. Kicks off the Death Hop Goth Pop tour. First, we're going to kind of recap, a little bit of what we've been up to these past couple of months. And so back in May, we performed at Corktown Tavern, and it was a special Motown Madness event. Shout out to Black Magic the Infidel, who was our previous guest on the last live stream. And, the Motown Madness show featured Meat Hammer and Is Too Nice, La Perp, Ouija Board Bricks. There were several different artists, and we had an awesome time. Always loved Corktown, always loved Detroit. I got to play some guitar for Black Magic on one of his songs. And, and that song is called Do What Thou Will. So, always loved Detroit, always. And, we did have another gig that was scheduled for the Detroit area in June. However, unfortunately, that gig had gotten canceled by the promoter for some unknown reason. So, we try to play Detroit as often as we can, just because, I love the scene. I love the vibe. I always have for many years. And so, with that being said, those were our only couple shows that we had a couple months ago, because our big focus is the Death Hop Goth Pop tour. And we'll go ahead and we'll get that graphic up here. So we're going to be hitting the tour kicks off officially next Thursday night. We've got a very special free show. It's going to be at Mulligan's Pub in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The tour kicks off Thursday, September 18th. We specifically chose Mulligan's Pub and chose to do a free show. It's kind of like giving back, and as like a welcome to the tour. So please join us. Come out to Grand Rapids September 18th and enjoy a free show. It's gonna be awesome. We've got a couple things planned for this tour, and we've been working really hard. And we're going to be the next night. We'll be in South Bend, Indiana. We'll be in Witch's Brew, and that's going to be September 19th. And then the following day, we will be in Cincinnati, Ohio at Oddfellows Liquor Bar on Saturday, September 20th. And Sunday, we're going to go a little bit further south, and we will be in Lexington, Kentucky, and that is at Girls Burritos. And to my understanding, it's a restaurant and a venue that serves some pretty killer burritos. So we're looking forward to checking out the food scene and stuff while we're on the road. And then finally, I specifically asked and made it a point to include Corktown Tavern on this tour and to do a fifth date, because we really enjoy Corktown Tavern, and we love the Detroit scene. Corktown is the oldest neighborhood in Detroit, so to me, it's very historic. And then Corktown Tavern itself was a former speakeasy during the Prohibition era. So just a lot of history, a lot of really cool stuff, and we are very honored and blessed to have some amazing, amazing artists that's going to open for us on this tour. Um, I cannot speak highly enough of everybody. Shout out to everybody that's going to join us in the D. Shout out to everybody that's going to join us on all the dates. And then, our next guest that we're going to bring on here in just a moment is going to be featured on night 2, and that is the Lonesome Skeleton Band. He is our special guest on the live stream, and we're going to interview him here in just a moment and play some songs, play a video, kind of chat some music and some stuff. So you guys go ahead and sit back, stick around. We're about to play commercial 1 right now, but when we come back, we're going to have Lonesome Skeleton Band live and ready. So here's commercial 1. We'll be right back.
This is Jared Cook of Rise of Red. You are watching the Hood Metal Records live stream broadcast. You can check out my previous interview, episode 6, along with more of my solo material for Rise of Red at facebook.com/Rise of Red. You can also check out more of my solo content on Instagram. That is also Rise of Red.
Hood Metal Records would like to send out a special thank you to our tour sponsor, Thurston Effects Studios. You can check out his amazing work at www.thurstoneffects.com, at Thurston Effects Studios, and facebook.com/Thurston Effects Studios.
Are you a business or entertainer? Need to promote your next show or product? We have ad spots available on the Hood Metal Records live stream broadcast. Increase your exposure. Get your ad seen by hundreds to thousands of viewers with cheap rates. Hit us up for a quote today. Email us at hoodmetalrecords@gmail.com.
All right, and welcome back, everybody. Again, thank you for joining us on this live stream broadcast. And looks like we've got some comments going already. Looks like we are broadcasting live on Facebook, so I'm really happy to hear that they got the issue fixed. Sometimes there's technical things that happen beyond our control, but it looks like we're live on Facebook. So hello, everybody. We see Decompressed Media is commenting right now. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for all the love and support. Decompressed Media is going to be on night 5, opening up for us at Corktown Tavern. So we got a lot of really good, amazing artists. And my next guest, like I said, is going to be on night 2. He's going to be coming to Witch's Brew in South Bend, Indiana, Friday, September 19th. His name is the Lonesome Skeleton Band. Let's go ahead and we'll bring him on. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream broadcast.
Howdy. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Welcome. We appreciate your time and joining us on this special kind of tour edition of the live stream. We'd like to ask you some questions and kind of get to know you a little bit better, and let our audience kind of know you too. So, yeah. First off, I want to ask you, how did you get your start, with music, and what made you want to become a musician?
It's a long history there. I think primarily what inspired me was probably an initial listening to the Phantom of the Opera cassettes back in the day. Assuming you can hear me okay.
Yeah. Looks like maybe your video might have froze a little bit. Not sure if you're still with us or not.
Did I lose you or did you lose me?
It could be anything, man. It's Facebook's been having some issues, and yeah. So I mean, it happens even with all the most the best professional live streams have Wi-Fi issues. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's gonna happen. So anyways, what were you saying before we got cut off?
Yeah, I would just say that I originate in the live theater, um, so that telling stories is my big motivation, as well as like it's in marching band and such. So that's kind of my foundation, so to speak. Um, and I've lived a very haunted life, so I try to tell my stories through the art, and hopefully it enlightens the listener.
That's awesome. You know, you coming from the Detroit area, you know, it's such a historic area of different musicians and talents that have come through over the years and decades. Like, who are some of your musical inspirations?
I kind of go all over the map, but as far as like locally, of course, there's the White Stripes connection. I mean,
Okay.
we are kind of, it's an embarrassment of riches how many talents come in and out. Your M&Ms, of course. Me personally, I start with the folk aspects as best I can. Additionally, like the Tom Waits of it all is a huge guy for me, to be sure. Growing up, Smashing Pumpkins was a big inspiration. But then digging deeper into the artists that inspired those artists, into your classic like Delta Blues guys. Um, that's definitely what is pumping through this project for sure.
That's awesome. I mean, it sounds like you've got a really broad range of different, inspirations. You mentioned like the Gothic folk style. How did you decide that that was the direction that you wanted to take musically?
Well, it's less of a decision and more of just kind of what I'm able to do. And I guess in like I say, I've lived a very haunted life. So I don't know if I could make any other different sounds, to be fair. This is just kind of what comes out.
You got to go with how you're feeling. So I totally understand that. You are currently a solo performer. Does it take like a special confidence to be a solo performer, to be the one-man band on the stage? Tell me about that.
You could you could call it confidence. I might call it insanity. Just for the never taking no for an answer and persevering beyond maybe when I should maybe call it quits. Um, if like I say, I originally had a band that I was very active in. It was called the Picassos, and that's what really a lot of this music that I still perform was written under that banner. And now, as of last year, it has been a year now. This project has kind of taken place of what was that, because that band kind of perished, died for many different reasons. And now I am the eking skeletal remains that was that project, and now this is very much the last remaining relative, so to speak.
So it sounds like you answered my next question actually already,
Oh, good.
because I was going to
Okay.
ask like like the meaning behind the Lonesome Skeleton Band. So like you're the last remnant of that project. Um, okay, no, I mean that totally makes sense. We see a couple people tuning in right now. Thank you guys so much for joining the broadcast. I see you, Jared Cook. Thank you so much. He was a previous guest. He was on episode 6. And we actually just aired him on commercial 1. So shout out to you, Jared, man. Thank you for all the love and support. We've got a couple of your songs that we'd like to play, so everybody can kind of hear your music. So first up, we've got a song here that we're going to play. Let's kick back and enjoy this. This is called Serious Business. And let's peep this track and we'll be right back.
I'm in the cemetery business.
All right, all right. Welcome back. And we are here with the Lonesome Skeleton Band, and we just heard the song Serious Business. That's a really good track. I really like it sounds so haunting, man. Talk to me about that song.
Yes. Well, it was very much inspired by my time spent in the death care industry. I, in fact, worked at a cemetery for over 2 years, then proceeded to sell cremation packages unrelated. But yes, it was. It's as politically motivated as I got at the time. In that there is, my shock in discovering in working in the industry as I did, that there is less reverence for those that work there, as you would presume, it being a functioning, a force for good, positivity. You would hope and think, but I just it turned into an ugly sales position, unfortunately. And I was, very much selling the plots, but this was at the height of COVID. So specifically, I was faced with a lot of at need burials as opposed to pre need, which is what they would want in a sales position. They'd want me to avidly search out new business to find people that want to pre plan for their final expenses. Whereas in COVID times, there was no one planning for the future. It was just a very much, the unfortunateness of seeing a lot of casualty. And working in that industry, I was avidly working every day to see and, put to rest those that were obviously, from the disease as it was. So that's a big motivation for that. Um, and just kind of getting fed up with the fact that I was treated like a salesperson and not, from a place of empathy that I wanted to be. I have tremendous respect and honor for those that still do it, and I know that it has less to do with the industry at large and more so, specifically the situation that I was in and the unfortunate time that it was. But hopefully that makes sense. But obviously, the song, I think musically, is very much inspired by your Tom Waits, kind of my tribute and homage to that artist also. So hopefully that's what comes across.
Oh, that's great. I mean, and you're legit if you're really in the cemetery business.
I certainly was.
And
Now it's cybersecurity for me, but you know, who knows what's next?
well, you never know. No,
Yeah.
that's great. And then so while we're talking about this song, you talk to me a little bit about your writing process. Is it the lyrics that comes first? Is it the music, or is it sometimes both?
Sometimes it's just stories that I really want to tell. That it was, very much my experience the day in, the day out. Of I was leading out burials, I was overseeing the funerals themselves, staking out graves and searching for them on the properties. So that started, just with me driving through the cemetery, and you write little songs to yourself and just kind of like and you've hummed to yourself and realize, and I'm like, there's a melody here, and then grappling with it for a few weeks and wondering, I'm like, is this too uh I don't know, too icky, too dark? Am I in the right wheelhouse? Is this even appropriate for me to talk about? To be fair, I don't think I performed the song until I'd already quit, but it felt like, uh so oftentimes I'll get a melody that sticks out that comes to me, and then the words find themselves.
Okay. No, that's a great answer. I like to try to ask every artist that because everybody has a
Sure.
little bit of a different process sometimes. And I like to see kind of where people draw their inspiration from.
Oh yeah.
We've got a couple more comments right now live in the broadcast. Shout out to Mike Perez. We see you. He's throwing up some horns and a skull for you. Um, Mike is a good friend of mine. He also owns the business Good and Evil. It's comics and more,
Ooh,
and
wow.
he's been a supporter over the years. He's a Halloween 24/7, 365 day kind of guy. So, and then
Great.
our tour sponsor just commented, and that is Thurston Effects Studios. He is a mask maker and also a horror movie prosthetics. He makes a lot of different things. And he's sending some love. So thank you for tuning in, Thurston Effects Studios. Thank you for, sponsoring us for this tour coming up. So awesome, man. Very cool. We've got another song that we'd like to play. And, we'll ask a few more questions and stuff. And we also have a live video too, so that people can kind of see how you throw down. So this next song that we're going to play, this is called Wicker. And this is by the Lonesome Skeleton Band. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some LSB. Here's Wicker. All right, all right. Welcome back, everybody. We're here with the Lonesome Skeleton Band. We just heard the song Wicker. Um, our tour sponsor, Thurston Effects Studio, says he fucking loves your music, man.
That's very kind to say.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that was I was drawn to your sound, myself, and that's kind of why I sought you out for this, for this interview and this upcoming show. I think you've got a lot of really unique stuff going, and I definitely support you and wish you all the best, man.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm just excited to be part of it and travel to a new and interesting location to meet some interesting people.
Oh yeah, and the Witches Brew is an awesome, awesome place, and I know they're really gonna love you. Talk to me about the kick drum setup. That's really got to take some serious coordination to do that and play guitar and sing at the same time. How long did it take you to kind of dial in and just be able to perform like that?
Well, to be fair, I started playing drums in the first place. That was like my initial instrument. So
Oh,
getting
okay.
all my limbs in coordination was kind of usual for me. But over the years, even in the bands, I had always kind of had a rudimentary like suitcase kick setup, just as a backup plan whenever the band couldn't make it. Then I could still play the gig at least by myself. So then, over the years, when the band eventually dissipated, I realized, well, I might as well just make this the whole project. And to go back on the previous question, this is, of course, just the bones of what was, a lot more fleshed out music. So when you've just got a beat, you've got a guitar and a vocal, that's more or less the makings of a band anyway. So that's and I guess how long it took, I wouldn't say it took terribly long in working with that. It was more of perfecting, well, the pedals to be attached, because I basically built the suitcase setup on my own. It's a thrifted
Oh,
$8
wow.
Salvation Army find, that I put some spare legs on, and it's a door hinge that actually connects my kick pedal to it. So a
Interesting.
bit of spirit of ingenuity, I think, more so than anything else for it.
Wow. No, I mean, and that's really cool. You kind of DIY, that made that happen and constructed that together for your setup. That is something else, man. That's really cool. Um, well, let's see here. We've got a live video of that you had sent in to us. So we've been sitting back, we've been enjoying some of these tracks. Let's watch you live, man. Let's get that video pulled up and let's enjoy some more Lonesome Skeleton Band. Thank you again for all the viewers and listeners that are tuning in and giving us the comments and stuff. I'm glad Facebook is working. So, and shout out, like I said, to Mike and to Thurston Effects and everybody else. So let's go ahead. We'll play that live video of Lonesome Skeleton Band. Let's watch that, and then we'll be right back with just a bit more.
Tears
All right, all right. Welcome back, everybody. We just enjoyed some Lonesome Skeleton Band live, and very cool video that you sent in there.
Yeah, I got really lucky. I played a satanic ritual back in winter, and they had a very good videographer. So there's a nice like 16-minute clip of just all the best parts of my set that night. That's on our YouTube channel now. So hats off to Abysmal
Yeah,
Behavior.
no, that's some phenomenal footage, man, and it really showcases your
They did a
talent.
good
And
job.
yeah, and it shows the your kick drum setup too. I like that shot, how that kind of goes in there. Mike Perez just commented. He says, "Thank you for sharing your gifts with the world. Really digging the vibe. Well done."
Much obliged.
Yes,
Doing
yes,
my best
definitely.
to get the word out, to be fair.
Yeah, well, with Hood Metal Records, we're about musical diversity, and we live by that motto where we dare to be different. It's not just music to me cannot be contained by just one genre or one type of style. It's so broad and so intertwined with all these different influences, and so we love being able to cover different artists and upcoming just awesome young talent like yourself, man. So yeah, the viewers are definitely digging your stuff. Let's go ahead and we're going to talk about that Witches Brew show. You're going to join us on night 2. There's the flyer right there. And that's going to be Friday, September 19th. So that's not this Friday, but next Friday. And we've got, Ghoul, who's our label mate, tour mate. He's going to actually headline that night because he's from the South Bend area. And we have As the Sky Went Black, who is from I think they're from Westland, from like the
Oh,
Detroit area.
huh.
And yeah, they're definitely big fans of you. And
Oh,
and of course yeah, we've got Lonesome Skeleton Band on the show. We also have a guest art vendor that's going to be there too, and that is Mike Hollinger of Lucid North Studio. And he makes some really cool, awesome, wicked art pieces. He's been involved with Witches Brew a lot over the years. We have a special guest LGBTQ horror author by the name of
cool.
Angelique Jordan that's going to come hang out, set up some books, and just kind of join the party, man. So yeah, we're really looking forward to this show, night 2 at the Witches Brew. Those that are tuning in and are interested to come see you, what can they expect from a Lonesome Skeleton Band show?
Um, I always often feel like this is the most completely stripped and naked as I get as far as my performances have gone over the years. So, I'm trying to tell stories overall, and I present it in this, naked skeletal fashion. But I've been told that I'm often a bit funny in between my songs because I feel like you need a bit of brevity between the dark themes, and I'm very much talking about deaf positivity to talk about these hard concepts to keep it in the vocabulary to educate as well as inform as well as make it a little less scary because some people really you know they can't be bothered, they don't want to think about their untimely demise, but that's just not really what this is about. I very much want to express those things through my music, and share these stories to maybe make it a little less of a dark at the end of the tunnel.
I think it's great. And, I love that. I think it's great that you embrace it and that you run with it, and you're not afraid to go that direction and to provide a little bit of light humor or something to just kind of lighten the mood up. I think it's a great formula, man. I think it's a winning combination. So everybody that's watching, make sure you guys head out to that night 2 show at South Bend, Indiana. Lonesome Skeleton Band is going to open up the night. It's going to be his first time performing there in South
That's right.
Bend. And so make sure you guys come out, show him some love. And because you guys are going to be in for one hell of a treat. I guarantee that, man. We're really excited to have you. Like I said, shout out to all the bands that are on the show, as well as Robert and Lisa, who are the owners of Witch's Brew. Very wonderful people. And, you know, I know they're really, really excited as well, too, to check you out. So, man, it's been such a pleasure getting to talk to you and getting to know you a little bit better. I understand that you're going to be releasing a record soon. You got like a new EP coming out?
Yes, and likewise, thank you for doing this, of course. Yes,
Yeah.
I have called my shot, probably a little prematurely, because not everything's where it should be on my timetable. But I will have something. 10/10, October 10th. I'm doing a little EP release performance, in support of. I will have some sort of, oh, there it is, physical media, and then you can see that I'm playing with some Lansing natives, super secret cult band. They're like a three-piece, like 50s doo-wop, like satanic, Lovecraftian horror angle. A good friend now, Dahmer's Breakfast, kind of a murder clown with a banjo with some very excellent political theming in their own musics. And Stephanie Strange is somebody, a friend, a Charming Disaster recommended, that we connect with. And they're actually coming from Portland, but this is part of their little tour, so I wanted to set them up. And I'm big friends with, the venue itself, Ghostlight, has hosted me on many occasions. And then we're even going to have a
Okay.
tarot reader. So to really cake in the spooky treats. And I want to point out for anyone local or listening, that it's $10 in advance, 15 at the door, but there's a little subtext there that's $5 off if you paint your face like a skeleton. So a
Okay.
little incentive to get into the spirit.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Get in the spirit, enjoy the spooky season, and congratulations on your new EP and you know, your record release that's going to be coming out here soon in October, man. That's awesome. Um, you know, we want to make sure that everybody knows where to find you. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get your links up here, and
Great.
you can check out the Lonesome Skeleton Band at his official website, and that is www.lonesomeskeletonband.univer.se. You can look up Lonesome Skeleton Band on Facebook under Lonesome Skeleton Band. And then as far as Instagram and TikTok goes, you could find him at Spooky Charles _ and also at Lonesome Skeleton Band. And of course, he does have, you know, his music is available worldwide, all digital platforms. We're talking Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, whatever your pleasure. So, very cool, man. Very
And
cool.
a recently made merch store is available in the Bandcamp exclusively.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, we must have missed that you had a Bandcamp. So if you guys do Bandcamp, make sure you check out his merchandise. I know I'm definitely gonna be snagging up some merch at the show, man. You can bet on that. So, but no, man, it's been a great pleasure talking to you. You know, before we wrap up this portion of the broadcast, you know, is there anything that you would like to plug? Anything that you'd like to say? Any kind of final thoughts?
I think we covered all the big stuff. No, it's just I just really appreciate you having me on and giving me this time and the attention, reaching out in the first place. I can't believe it's finally here, or a couple weeks out yet. But no, I'm very excited to be part of it. So I just appreciate it. If you're looking to see me local, if you're local, just check out my Instagrams and stuff. That's usually where I put the most updated stuff.
Awesome. Well, you know, you're getting a lot of love on this broadcast, and you know, well deservingly so. You just keep on doing what you're doing, man, and you're gonna go far. I totally get your vibe, and you've got one hell of a voice. Your music speaks to people, and
Gosh.
you know, I really think yeah, I think you got something really awesome going for yourself, man. So, um, Well, I guess that kind of wraps up, this portion of the broadcast. I mean, you answered all my questions. You had some amazing answers. Thank you so much for being a part of episode 13.
Of course, unlucky 13. Couldn't ask for a better time.
That's partly why you were chosen, man, for like the whole vibe and the
That
spooky
feels right.
thing and 13.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And no, it's really seriously, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man. And I really look forward to meeting you finally in person next Friday. And I can't say enough, man. I'm really excited. So thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast.
Likewise, thank you for hosting. We'll be in touch.
Definitely. All right. Thank you. And you take care, man. We'll see you soon. Well, everybody, that was the Lonesome Skeleton Band out of the Detroit area. Like I said, he's going to be coming to Witch's Brew in South Bend, Indiana. He's a part of the Death Hop Goth Pop tour. And that's night 2. It's Friday, September 19th. Make sure you get there early. I think the doors are at 7 o'clock and the music starts at 8:30. So make sure you check out the Lonesome Skeleton Band making his debut in South Bend, Indiana. So was an honor and a pleasure to get to interview him. And like I said, I totally wish him all the best. That's part of why what I do, I really enjoy getting to check out some of these, young, upcoming, talented artists. And, we don't just cover one genre. We do goth, we do hip hop, we do metal, we do, rap. And so with him being like gothic folk, it was like, we really wanted to get to know him, and I'm really glad that he was a part of this broadcast. So you guys have been great. You guys go ahead and stick around. We have a major announcement that I'm going to share with everybody here in the third portion of this broadcast, and maybe talk just a little bit more about the tour. So you guys hang tight, stick around. We're going to play commercial number 2, and then we're going to come back for the third and final segment, and then we'll wrap this up. So you guys hang out and enjoy commercial 2. We'll be right back.
Hood Metal Records proudly presents the Death Hop Goth Pop Tour Part 2, featuring Behan with DJ Sickeningly Sweet. And Ghoul. The tour kicks off in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Thursday, September 18th with a special free show. Then Friday, September 19th in South Bend, Indiana. Saturday, September 20th in Cincinnati, Ohio. Sunday, September 21st in Lexington, Kentucky. And Tuesday, September 23rd in Detroit, Michigan. This tour celebrates musical diversity. Dare to be different. Get tickets at hoodmetalrecords.com.
Hello everyone, Mike Hullinger here. Artist, stand-up comic, podcast host, human being.
Hail Satan, I guess.
And I wanted to inform you all that I will have... And I wanted to inform you all that Friday, September 19th, I will have the honor and privilege of showcasing my visual brain transmissions
Just freaking blood, just freaking psychedelic images.
alongside dark musical acts, Ghoul, Behan, and Sickeningly Sweet for the Death Hop Goth Pop Tour. Live at South Bend's own Witch's Brew.
Often in conflict with the church.
Doors open at 7, music at 8:30. Again, that is Friday, September 19th. Doors open at 7, music at 8:30. Check out my art at LucidXNoir on Instagram, and you can get tickets for $10 at hoodmetalrecords.com. See you all there, my children of the night.
All right, and welcome back, everybody. We just played commercial 2, and we're really excited about the Death Hop Goth Pop tour. Briefly want to touch on how last year, we made a difficult choice to have to postpone. We were scheduled to go last fall, but we had some issues with our crew and the well-being of everybody, and health issues, and so. We cannot thank you enough for sticking with us and in this journey that we're about to embark on next week. I'm really honored to have all of these different acts a part of this tour. I'm just going to kind of go through the list briefly. We're talking about Chaos Anubis with Looney Lenny. We're talking about the Midnight Trepidation Club, Grand Rapids natives. Of course, we've covered As the Sky Went Black and the Lonesome Skeleton Band. That's going to be on night 2. Cincinnati is definitely going to be a party. I've got family in Cincinnati. Shout out to my family. I'm really looking forward to seeing y'all. Thank you so much for the love and support. We have Recurrence from Kentucky that's going to join us for not only night 3, but night 4. And then as far as the rest of Cincinnati, we have Our Misery's End, a really exciting band that we're really excited to play with again, especially with their newer vocalist. Shout out to Beazle. And then we have Flight Risk, a hip hop act from Cincinnati that's going to be making their hometown debut. They've been playing other places. And let's see, who else do we have? Clinically Cliche is making a lot of noise right now, too. And when we talk about night 4, we've got Son of Odin that's going to perform and open up the show. We have Hypnotica, who is a very young, upcoming goth hip hop artist. That we're really excited to get to meet and get to check out, play with. We're going to be at Girls Burritos on Sunday, September 21st, and then the Corktown show. We shout out to Black Magic the Infidel, HB the Grizzly, Big Sherm in the house, Mindful Dynasty, Necrotic, and Decompressed Media are all going to join us for that special night, for the final night of the tour. Touring is everything to me. It's something that, it's my life's work. It was my dream to continue to go on the road. And I'm happy that I've been able to have those experiences over the years. And this tour coming up, this means a lot. This is a really special, important run. And which brings me to my special announcement. We can get like a little drum roll, please. We're going to play, I got a little promo video that we're going to play, and let's play that, and then we're going to talk about it. So here is the special announcement. Check it out.
Oh man, take it in my own hands. I got Casey Jones battle stairs. I'm stuck in a trance. I'm on a quest to remove all you haters and you doubters. I'll show the world what I'm gonna do. Say what, motherfucker?
All right, guys, and that is the special announcement, the breaking news. I'm going to be releasing some new music. It's time. It's been well overdue, and we are releasing a brand new single that is in time for the tour. It's going to come out at midnight on September 19th, and you can stream that on Spotify. I'm going to go and post tomorrow. I'll go ahead and post like the pre-save link. I know that's like the hip thing to do nowadays, but we definitely appreciate the support. And I really want to thank my real ones and my longtime fans for sticking with me. And I apologize for the delay on the new music, but we were able to finish that over the summer. And we are very happy to be releasing new music. So you'll be able to stream Vigilante, like I said, on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Music, as well as our official website, hoodmetalrecords.com. So, very honored and very grateful to be able to release that new music. And this one's for my fans, and for everybody that's kind of stuck with me. The vigilante character is something that has always intrigued me, the anti-hero, I guess you could say. And, we live in this very dynamic, contrasting world of all of these differences. And, sometimes I feel like I'm a bit of an outcast, like I do I quite fit in with the metal crowd? Do I quite fit in with the hip hop crowd? I kind of feel like an outsider. I do feel like a bit of a vigilante, kind of doing my own thing. And so this kind of pays homage to some of my favorite characters over the years, like like Casey Jones, like Sting, and just the Batman. Some of those types of vigilante characters were always just had that edge and that cool factor. And so it's and the song Vigilante, is kind of a self-motivational piece too. The only one that can stop you is you. And you don't let anybody squander or try to kill your dreams, and you have to do you. So very excited, man. That's I'm really happy to be releasing new music just in time for the tour. So, and like I said, the Death Hop Goth Pop tour, that's gonna kick off next Thursday night in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We got 5 dates. We're coming to Michigan and Indiana and Ohio and Kentucky, and we're gonna wrap it up in Detroit. So, big shout out to all our supporters, everybody that stuck with us, everybody that understood, and everybody that's ready and excited for this tour. Make sure you guys hit up our website, and that is hoodmetalrecords.com, where you can get some tickets for our shows. We're selling tickets for the tour right now. Now, the first night is free. Want to remind everybody that. And that was our choice. We wanted to give back to everybody. We specifically chose to do a free show. We also specifically chose to do low-dough covers for this entire tour. This tour celebrates musical diversity, and it celebrates daring to be different. Those are our mottos. And so we wanted to make it affordable for everybody. Everybody come out. If you're a fan of music, if you like different styles, if you like being exposed to different genres of music, this is going to be the tour for you. So I highly encourage you to attend and to come out. Thank you for all the support, the shares, the love, everything. It really means a lot. And as well, with our official website, you can view kind of what we've been up to. You can look at some of the past live streams that we've done. You can view our list of services and just kind of keep up to date on where we're at with everything. As well as we do have some new items in the shop. And right now we've got a tour shirt that is available. We are going to have a few of those on hand for the tour. There is a new Bihan Vigilante t-shirt that's in the shop. Ghoul has a couple new threads as well. And so go ahead and check out hoodmetalrecords.com/shop. That is another way that you can help support us. Touring is expensive, especially in today's world, today's market, being an independent artist. And it's my small label and company that is promoting and sponsoring, putting this whole thing on. And then of course we do have our tour sponsor, Thurston Effects Studios. Thank you so much again for joining the broadcast. Thanks to all the comments and everybody. I see the horns, I see the love, I see the reactions. Like I said, I really hope that you guys decide to come out and join this tour, because I love exposing people to different kinds of music, and I love being able to showcase some of these up and coming different artists. Everybody was chosen for a specific reason, and we're just beyond honored to be able to get to do this run. And so thank you guys for tuning in to the broadcast. This is pretty much a wrap, man. This is episode 13. We may be back in a couple months. Maybe we'll do like a tour recap for episode 14, and we already have the next guest in mind. So please stick with us. Thank you for the continued love and support. You guys are awesome. I really seriously mean that. We could shout at the top of the mountain, but if nobody hears us, then does it matter? I'd like to think that it does. And so thank you to everybody that's taking the time to watch a live stream, to come out to see a show, to stream some music, all that type of stuff. So make sure you get your tickets for the Death Hop Goth Pop tour. We're coming Midwest. Get ready. We're going to be there. And support the new single. Vigilante is coming out not this Friday, but next Friday. I'll post more on that tomorrow. So that's what's up, guys. That's a wrap for episode 13. Thank you guys so very much. We love you guys. Thank you, and have a good night.